see the last Doctor Who, I've only got one thing to say about all the people that live in fine time. Slugs will eat your face. Slugs will eat your face. Slugs will eat your face, and I won't care. And I won't care. And I definitely won't care. And that's what I've got to say to everybody in that last episode of Doctor Who that went on the boat. Anything that happens to you is much deserved. A lot of people have said the character of Ricky September maybe didn't deserve the fate that Ricky September got. Seemed to be quite kind. But then again, he lived in that place and they were all horrible. Hello! Yes, I hope the Slugs are. That was an interesting episode of Doctor Who, if you've seen it. It was an interesting one. Hello, Philip. Hello, everyone. Yes, I used to have recurring dreams about slugs eating me, but they were little ones, not the big giant ones that were in that episode. I had a dream when I was quite young. I'd look out the window and there was me, a different, I was looking at me, but it wasn't me. It was a sort of wraith-like figure that was all covered in slugs and getting eaten. And I was like, that's me. It's somebody else. But it's me. That's my ultimate fate. That is probably everyone's ultimate fate. Let's be honest. Yes, it was a nightmare. Yes, it was a dream. But slugs will eat your face. Everybody. Yeah. So that was. Oh, I just did this a couple of seconds before. I was like picking it out a couple of seconds before I went on air. I was like, yeah, I've got to use this. Now that I've bought it, I have to find some way of using it. And as I can't play it, I'll just have to pick out a tune. So, yeah, it's fun, isn't it? I'll turn it off because it's wasting the battery. I charged it all up and everything. Yes, it's been a week. That was very loud. That hurt my ears, and I'm not. I'm me, and I can. Ow! That was so very high pitched. So, what have I done this week? I don't know. I've been out and about. I went for a walk. I walked 12,000 steps yesterday, walking all around. I tell you for why. I walked down to Pontypool, my local town, and there was a Torvine Pride celebration. And I saw a friend, and my nephew was there, and my friend's children were there, and it was all nice and fun. I met some people that were political and stuff, and we all wandered around. I didn't actually know anyone there. I just sort of went, look, there's stuff going on. It's apparently the first one that they've ever had in Torvine. That's interesting. I've never been to one of these events before. Hello, how are you? Never been to one of these events before, and it was nice. It was like on the periphery going, oh, look at. That's fun. Lots of things going on. They had a stage and there were people performing. There were people doing rock the boat and the conga, all families and everybody doing the conga and stuff. It was like not really the sort of thing that they were doing YMCA. Not sort of thing I'd join in with, but it looked fun. And yeah, so that was nice. Apparently they're going to have it for the next 5 years. That's nice. That's something to build on. There's not much going on in this area, so it's nice to have that. So anyway, I walked down to Pontypool and then I walked back again because the friend that had, she had a car full of kids. Like one of them was my nephew, so I couldn't get in the car. I mean, I'd walk down there anyway. I didn't know that they were going to be down there. So I had to walk back again, and my feet were hurting quite a lot by the time I got back, especially since I'm still not quite over the falling over that I did 2 weeks ago. And what's happened now, because my ankle, I'm pretty sure it was dislocated, and it's back in now. I went round for about 10 years with a dislocated shoulder and didn't realise, to be honest. When I was about 21, I did that sort of like exercise kick, and I put my hand on here to do on a pillow, like a cushion. The cushion slipped out, and it sort of, and I didn't know I didn't go to the doctor or anything, but it was really hurting for ages and ages, maybe not 10 years, but about 2. And I went to a craft fair because I used to make like little jewellery that had all designs on it. That's what jewellery does. But it had like symbols and stuff. So I went to like a sort of psychic craft fair thing to try and sell my stuff. Didn't sell much, but there was somebody selling crystals and doing crystal healing. I was like, well, my shoulder hurts. Can you do crystal healing? And he sort of got the crystal and went like that, and then went. Basically, he put my arm back in. I was like, wow, the power of crystals. And I thought about it later and went, not the power of crystals, the power of having an arm that was out of its socket for a good year and a half, maybe 2, maybe 3, a long time, put back in its place. Anyway, so I think that's what happened with my ankle a couple of weeks ago. And it's all right. I can walk on it. But the trouble is, the one that I hurt in a similar way, but it was even worse. It took more than a year to heal a couple of years ago. Because I'm putting pressure on that's slightly acting up. So I'm like, no! But I managed to walk on these absolutely useless ankles now. Like, by the time I got home, I was like, I've done a lot of steps. Because I used to do, like, when I was walking to work, like 14, 15, 16,000, going there and walking around work and everything. And every day. Didn't make any difference to my health. I was still a little bit overweight and sort of puffy, out of puff and stuff. But anyway, so it's nice to have done a little bit of walking for a change. So I was out and about in the world. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah. And then Doctor Who, la la la. Actually, I'd seen that in the night. I saw it again after I got back, so I saw it twice. I saw it twice in the day, and that was fun. So I don't know who else has seen it. I'll turn this back on now. I'm going to write a song, I think. That wasn't a very nice song. What shall I write a song about? My hair's looking very dark. Just I've got a different camera. My brother, David, he was offloading his old phone at Christmas, and he sold it to my parents so they could give it to me for Christmas, my Christmas present. So I haven't used it till now, but I've run out of space on the other phone that I had, which Philip gave me. Thank you, Philip. So I'm still using them both. But I tell you what, I think I might be a little bit ADHD because I'm watching the TV and I've got 2 different phones and I've got 2 different games on them and a tablet. So I'm maybe watching a video on one and watching the TV, and then playing 2 different games, one of which, because I've got one of those apps that gives you money for playing games. So I'm like playing games on that one, and then playing games that I actually like on the other, while I'm watching a video on my other phone and watching the TV. And maybe sometimes I've also got my laptop doing a bit of work and checking emails. So there's like 3 or 4 devices on the go at the same time with the television at the same time. That's fine, isn't it? I can cope with that. It's all good. So keep on multitasking. Keep on multitasking. Multitasking. Milky monkey tasking. Milky tasking. Yes. Yes. Multitasking, yay! Why not? If you can, yeah. So it's just like I don't want to waste time by playing stupid games, even though they are giving me. I got £8 since last week. I'm like, what? It didn't tell me. Why didn't anybody tell me you could make £8 playing blooming games? Anyway, at the same time, I'm doing other things as well. It's like, yeah, wow. I don't think you can really get a living wage because this is happening at the same time as I'm doing all the other stuff. And £8 a week isn't really enough to work. I don't think you can live on £8 a week. But that's like my bus fare to go to Cumbrawn, which is the nearest biggish town. Pontypool's the walkable town. I can get to Pontypool just by walking. But if I want to go to Cumbrawn, I'm going to have to get the bus. Although, I don't know, I was looking, there's a cycle path, and I was like, can I walk all the way from the cycle path to Cardiff from here? So I was considering it. I was like, ooh, that would be fun. I know there's like a coastal walk all around Wales that you can, I don't know where it starts though, and this isn't the coast. So I don't think you can do a coastal walk from the middle of a land. You have to get somewhere near the coast to get there. But I had another dream, the Slugs dream. I had another dream ages and ages ago where I did walk to Cardiff. And maybe that was a psychic sort of prediction dream. Maybe I can actually walk to Cardiff along all the... I'm not sure where. Actually, I'm not sure where the cycle path goes after Pontypool. Whether that is somewhere, maybe there's because there used to be like railways, and now it's the railways are like partially cycle paths and partially motorways. So I can't walk on the motorway. So I don't know whether there's any overpass. I have to look into it. That would be fun. A fun thing to do. Walk the whole entire country on cycle paths while the cyclists are jamming into you and going, ah, you're falling over. Well, yeah. Because that's it, right? There's that woman that she's got. Do you remember that woman that went no to a cyclist, and then the cyclist unfortunately fell into the road and bad things happened? Anyway, she was done for like manslaughter, but then recently that's overturned. So it's more likely the other way around, that the cyclist will knock the pedestrian into the road. Either way, it's not good. Somebody's slugs will eat your face. Either way. Yeah. Oh, and there was like a little baby blackbird that fall out of a nest or something on the cycle path on the side. It looked really peaceful, like it was just resting, but it wasn't resting. It definitely wasn't resting. So that was sad. But apart from that, yeah, it was a nice day out. It was sort of a little bit overcast, but it wasn't raining, and that's always a good thing to have. So yeah, I don't know what's going on with everybody's life, but I'm having fun playing this keyboard. Yay! Slugs will in your face, and I won't care. Yeah, I'm having fun in my own particular way. So yeah, I don't know who's watching Doctor Who, but I mean, I did get told off for not doing any Doctor Who content, and then when I do it, I get told off for doing it. You're clearing out your cabin. Please don't tell anyone. Ooh, clearing out your cabin. A bit like Eminem in his closet. Yeah, Eminem's back! Wow! I used to like Eminem, and he's like being just as controversial as ever, going, oh, because I think I saw a little clip of, I haven't seen his whole song, but he's like, what was the old me think? Oh, the old me would get cancelled. Let's see, old me. And then he pretends to be old him and goes, old, like, he's old him, but in the past him. And then he's like, here's horrible things I'm going to say about people. I'm going to say the horriblest things about people. Oh, I'd be cancelled if I said them now, but I'm saying them now anyway. But he's doing it in a rap. Not saying that. That's just like, hey, Slim Shady, I'm Slim Shady. Everyone's horrible, and I'm not a lady. And I'm Slim Shady. Slim Shady. Slim Shady. Obviously, he's a rapper, and I'm not a rapper, and I'm not a singer, and I'm not a pianist. Anyway, he's back, and everyone's going, oh, he said some bad things. But he's going, I'd never say those things now. Why he's saying the terrible things that make no sense. Something about somebody's cat and things. It's like, why are you saying these stupid things, Eminem? Just to wind people up, ya rascal. Ya rascal. Ooh, what a scamp that Eminem is. Anyway, I don't think for one moment he means any of the things he says. He just says it to annoy people, really. Like that whole thing. Do you remember that he got into a spat with Elton John, and then the Pet Shop Boys wrote a song that was said to be based on Eminem, that was sort of turning it all around, and I can't remember what the song was, but the Pet Shop Boys definitely wrote a song sort of turning the whole situation around a while ago. Anyway, I don't know whether the Pet Shop Boys are friends with Eminem. I don't know whether anybody's friends with Eminem. I didn't even know that Eminem was still in the land of the living. He disappeared for a little while, didn't he? And he's got a very strange look now. He's got like a sort of he looks like a Spanish painting. Like a Renaissance painting of a Spanish man that's going to have set the Armada onto Queen Elizabeth I. That's what he looks like now. He looks like he should have a ruff and a little earring and be going, whoa, I conquer the world, like Spanish pirate. That's what he looks like. Like somebody that would come up against Sir Walter Raleigh and go, "Aha! I challenge you to a duel." That's what he looks like now. Anyway, oh gosh, I don't know what's going on. Is anybody still there? Is anybody there? Is anybody there? Oh, do you do cryptocurrency, everybody? I had a thing where I press a button and you save up cryptocurrency and things, and I'm like, how many have I got of those? And it seems to be a lot, but I can't. I got some of them, and I was like, oh, I wonder if they're worth anything. And half of them I can't use because there was somebody that got me signed up to this thing that apparently if they're not signed up to it, then I can't get any of it. So it's like, oh, well, that's a shame. They badgered me out on Facebook and went, oh, do you do this thing anymore? And I'm like, yeah, still there. And they were, and then they disappeared. So obviously some sort of scam artist probably. But the point is, if it's not a scam thing, I can't cash them out forever because I did this thing where I lock them up until they're worth nothing anyway. But if they're real, which they're not, if they're real, it's worth £25,000 that I can't have and I've got no idea what to do with. It's like, oh, imaginary money that I don't have, that doesn't exist, that by the time I can cash it out will be, even if it was worth anything at any point, worth nothing. Because I'm pretty sure that that's a massive bubble. Like a bubble, like Dot and Bubble. No, a bubble, the sort of bubble that bursts and you like, you know, like the .com bubble that everyone was like starting stupid websites and then selling the websites for loads of money. I think cryptocurrency is doomed. But if it's not, wow, can't get it. But that's a lot of nothing money that doesn't exist things from just clicking a button every now and then and going, oh yeah, there's that thing button. Anyway. Bubble, yes, bubble and dot scam. Yes, it's a bubble and dot scam. Cryptocurrency is very, very silly. Everyone does it and everyone's very gullible. Does any of it make any sense? Has anybody got any Dogecoins or Bitcoins or Pi coins? That's what these are called. They're made of pies. They are pies. Pie in the skies, what they are. And I don't think they're worth anything, but apparently if they were, they're worth a lot of money, but they're not, because they don't really exist. Ha. So I don't know what, so that's interesting. I just checked them just before. I was like, ooh, but I had to like have a string of different words. Like there's 100 words you have to go to check to see whether you've got access to these things. And I was like, ooh, can I have them? No. Do they exist? No. What's the point of this then? I don't know. But I'm like Elon Musk. I'm so flipping rich with imaginary coins. Because that's really what he's got as well, is imaginary coins. Because once you've got it all in imaginary coinage, it doesn't really exist. Because I think he's like worth a billion, trillion Dogecoins and Bitcoins. He's put it all into nonsense. Doesn't exist. He's just a notional billionaire. Very many notional billionaires. They say they're billionaires, but don't they really? Haha, no. They've got as much money as me, which is no money at all. Except for the made up money made of dogs and pies and what's the Shibu Inu one? Oh, there's another dog coin. There's a lot of dog coins. Lots of coins made of dogs and pies and bits of other things. And they're all worth nothing. And lots of people have got them. And I've got some too, but they're not worth anything. But I can't get rid of them because I don't know what to do with them. It's like, woo, I've got loads of imaginary things. So I've got no pension or any prospects or but I've got 1 million billion nothing coins made of nothing and air. Or have I? Maybe I'm just making that up to make a stupid point. I don't know what the point is. I've got no money, is the point. No, even if I did have money, it wouldn't be money. It's all notional. There's all these conspiracy theories going, oh, what you need is silver and gold. Oh, you need fungible tokens. Fungible. Fungible's a weird word. Fungible. This is it, though. I bought some silver coins because they're pretty. A long time ago, I bought about 8 or 9 silver coins from I think it was Amazon or eBay, or it was from somewhere, but it was from like a seller on those, and I got on that seller's mailing list. And first of all, that sailor was like that mailing list was about the person who was the seller. That's the name. That's the seller was at first just going, oh, I'm going to sell these silver coins for a reasonable amount. They were like £12 each or something. It's like, just so that everyone's got these silver coins. And then it started going for when the bad things happen. It's like, what bad things? And then it's like, oh, I'm going to send you an alert about all the bad things that are happening and how they're trying to get us. So I don't know how to get off this mailing list. It goes straight to my spam. Every now and then I check the spam and go, oh no, that person's still around. It's like, I don't want you to send me conspiracy theories. I just wanted a shiny silver coin with Superman on it. I've got one with like the Superman logo on it. It's nice. I think it's Canadian. A Canadian silver coin. Because I bought a Canadian silver coin from a loon on eBay. Now I'm forevermore forced to read his interesting ideas about terrible things and how they're going to get us all. It's like, I'm not signed up for that. I'm not order. It's not the sufficient. So this is it. The thing is that the sort of people that are interested in silver and gold and cryptocurrency are the sort of people that I do not want to be. But I do like shiny things. So it's difficult chasm that I've fallen into. A chasm of not having any money, but liking shiny things, but also not wanting to be a lunatic. Conspiracy theory. The loon! Lunatic as in the moon, howling at the moon, woo, like a werewolf. I don't want to be a werewolf. Oh, I don't know. Maybe a werewolf is a fun thing to be. Is a werewolf better than being a vampire? That's it. It's like werewolves or vampires, werewolves or vampires. Which of those would you like to be? Would you like to be a werewolf or a vampire? Would you like to be a werewolf or a vampire? If given a choice. Obviously, neither is particularly good. I think vampires live longer. I think werewolves don't have like immortality, do they? And they're also quite hairy at certain times of the month. But I mean, who isn't? Anyway, also vampires can't go out in the sun, but I don't really like the sun anyway. I mean, I've got lots of sunscreen here. I was searching for more sunscreen. I like sunscreen. I went out in the open air in the sun yesterday and I had to cover myself in sunscreen. So that would be suiting my lifestyle, not having to go out in the sun, to be honest. Like keeping all the windows blinds drawn and staying away from people. That's nice. But I like garlic and I obviously like silver. So silver's bad for vampires and werewolves, but it's worse for werewolves. So does it silver burn vampires and destroy werewolves? I don't know what the problem is with silver. I like silver. So that would be a big issue for me. So I can't turn into a werewolf is what I'm saying. Even though I like silver. Oh, the dilemma. Oh no. So silver kills the vampires. Silver kills the werewolves too. What are you to do? Yes. Yeah. So nobody's answering me. I was trying to start a discussion about whether you'd be a werewolf or a vampire, and both have got massive downfalls. I think neither is probably the answer to that. Like if it was Twilight, you'd be all shiny if you were a vampire, wouldn't you? I've not actually ever seen Twilight. I know that there's shiny vampires in it. So shiny. Still thinking about it. Yeah, shiny vampires and Taylor Lautner was a werewolf, an American werewolf in London. That werewolf was cool. That's a cool werewolf. Wouldn't want to be a zombie. I think I'm pretty sure of that. I would not want to be a zombie. So if it was a zombie werewolf vampire choice, I'd probably want to be the vampire, because you'd live longer, and they seem to be quite rich generally, and they I don't really want to bite anyone though. So that would be a bad thing as well. But I mean, I think Louis de Liancourt in no, it's Lestat de Liancourt. Louis de what Point de Lac. Is it Louis in Interview with the Vampire likes eating rat blood, and that also does not appeal, to be honest. I wouldn't want human blood, no. But slugs will eat your face, no matter what. Slugs are going to eat your face if you're a vampire or a werewolf, especially if you're a vampire, because you'd be under the ground. That would be pretty horrible. Ew. Werewolves are more human most of the time, so you still have a life. You still have a normal life most of the time, and then you just go wild in the woods for a couple of hours. And I don't think you have to kill people if you're a werewolf, do you? I mean, the people that turn into werewolves have got bitten and scratched. And I think they generally eat like chickens and things. That's doable. So maybe in terms of dietary, and wolves are omnivores. So you could be a vegetarian werewolf, wouldn't you? You wouldn't need to actually kill anything. You could just wander around in the woods. And you could chase the squirrels but not eat the squirrels. You could just eat nuts and seeds and berries because you're an omnivore, because you're a werewolf. A werewolf. Werewolf. This is, I hadn't also, whether it's a werewolf or a werewolf, it depends on your accent. But it also, I had this before, it's not a weir as in, it's not weird, it's a where, it's not where as it's not where. But we're, it's a man wolf, isn't it? And the Old English werewolf, I don't know. I don't know what the English is, but I think it's not either of those things. So yes, it doesn't matter whether you say werewolf or werewolf. Where is it? Look, somebody's taken away. Oh no, I thought somebody had taken away a like, but it's just they've left. So that's all. They've left the like, but left the building and gone, I don't want to talk about werewolves. And where is the wolf? Where is the wolf? Is the wolf here? We are all wolves. We are all werewolves. We're all werewolves except for the vampires. Can you be a vampire werewolf? I think the issue has been, I think what we did in the shadows, what we do in the shadows, what we will do in the shadows, let's conjugate it. What we do in the shadows explored that, where somebody was a werewolf and a vampire at the same time. That's an interesting concept, isn't it? A werewolf vampire. Maybe that's the thing to be. And what happens if you're a werewolf vampire? Can you go out some of the time? I don't know. Maybe you can. Maybe you can't. Who even cares? Nobody cares about werewolves except me. Other creatures of the night exist. You can be one of those. But as I said, not zombie. Zombie, no. Not ever zombie. Bleh. What other creatures of the night are there, though? Creatures of the night. Can't think of any. I can think of any, but I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna name names. Yeah. Oh my goodness me. So yeah. So in summary, slugs will eat your face. Slugs will eat your face. And I won't care. different tune to the one at the beginning because I hit the wrong keys in the first place. It was slugs will eat your face, ha ha ha. Slugs will eat your face, ha ha ha. Slugs will eat your face, and I won't care. Ha, ha, ha. Anyway. I'm looking forward to the next couple of episodes of Doctor Who. There's like a Regency thingy next week, and there's like bird creatures in it. Cacao. 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 And other things, and then there's some that are in the cinema. Wow. So I don't know whether I'm going to see it in the cinema. Probably not. Oh, I should probably be preparing for Edinburgh, which I am, because I've got Slugs will eat your face, and that will be my whole show. Slugs will eat your face, that will be my whole show. I'll just do that for an hour. Yeah, it'll be perfect by then. And also, because when I was in Birmingham and in the Travelodge, I was live with Australia, and they recorded it, and that's going to be out on Wednesday, which is Pear-Shaped in Dystopia. Pear-Shaped. And that will be imminent. So look out for that on June the 5th, I think, which is the Wednesday coming, which is soon. And yeah, until then, same back channel next week. And I hope that slugs won't eat your face, because I will very, very definitely care. I hope that you are all right. Yes. Yes, Where Slugs, exactly. I will watch out for Where Slugs. Where Slugs. Where Slugs. Anyway, see you very much. Have a good week. I will see you soon. Bye, bye, bye.